I want it in Molly's hands. She's the best three-point shooter out there right now. It's going to go to Maeve. Maeve's going to swing it to Avery. Avery's going to put one up, goes off the rim. And that's going to be out, and it's going to be Triton ball. And there's no shot clock, and they can just take their time now. Inbound the ball. Don't rush it. Into Caitlin. Good look inside. Good move inside. Doesn't go. Gets her own rebound. Kicks it back out. Ava with a shot. In and out. And Caitlin that time, unfortunately, can't hold on to it.
I think that was the second or third time tonight that Caitlin's gotten her own rebounds out of that.
So Triton, all season long, we've been complaining they haven't gotten any offensive rebounds. I think tonight they have probably more than they've had in some games, just in this first quarter. Watertown swinging it around. Good move, little scoop, doesn't go. Good no call. And we're going to end the first quarter 9-7. Senior night here. Fantastic. Do you remember senior night from soccer? It must have been fun.
Yeah, that was fun. It was a cold one out there. Well, it was a little chilly. That's what I remember. I was wearing too much Under Armour that night, though, so I was sweating a lot. But
so I remember that senior night got postponed a bunch of times because of the rainouts. You don't have that here, although we did have it once. So 5 offensive rebounds for Triton tonight, and both teams with 4 players with points. So the ball's getting spread around, and Triton is playing a much better rebounding game than we've seen before. So they played fantastic the other night, Friday night against Linfield. Absolute, and you can tell when a team is playing well when the other team's coach is losing their mind.
Yeah, I love that as a player, because they don't expect it. If you're a team like Triton, I mean, they don't have the best record right now, but
right.
Linfield's a pretty good team. I mean, are they in contention?
Oh, they are, yeah.
No,
they're not in contention for the title, but they're going to the tournament.
Yeah, so
yeah,
I mean,
anything can happen.
They don't expect Triton to come out how they did. So
Triton scored only 18 points the first time they played them here.
Mm-hmm.
And so in Linfield on the opening quarter, it was like Triton's defense just absolutely shut down Linfield, and it was fantastic. It was dry.
Awesome.
And then the best is when a Triton girl hits a 3, and the immediate reaction from the Linfield coach is to call timeout because he's so frustrated. It was fantastic. It was a great game. It was a loss, but it was a great game. So we're going to start the second quarter now with a 9-7 lead. And we got to look out for Watertown working that ball inside. It's exactly what worked for them before. And they would basically bring a girl up to the high post and sneak a girl down low. Avery Karen with a great play underneath. Gets it out to Molly. She's a lefty. She can just drive, and she will. No foul. Paige Volpone is there, though, to put it in. Paige Volpone back on the court. Gets her first basket of the game. It's going to be a turnover on Watertown. Molly's going to come up with the ball. Slowing it down with an 11-7 lead here in the second. To Maeve. Maeve looks around with it. She's going to look inside for Paige. It's not there. Back to Molly. Molly can hit the 3. Maeve decides not to. Gives it to Paige. Good little shot. Great rebound by Molly. That's I don't know how many. Good 3. Good look. A little bit off. Chance for Maeve to get that rebound, and she does. That's the second rebound on just this possession by the Triton Vikings. Maeve taking a 3. That one's a little bit too long. Tries to get the steal. Great heads-up hustle play.
if I was the Watertown coach right now, I'd be screaming at my players to box out. I mean, how did Triton get 2 or 3 opportunities, solid opportunities, where they were open on the 3? I mean, they had capitalized. That would have been huge.
So Watertown brings back in a couple of starters, both seniors, number 24, Brianna Williams, and number 4, Ashley Shaughnessy. And there's that inside presence, but it's not going to work that time. It's going to be off Robin Volpone. We're going to talk to Robin Volpone at halftime. That's her mother. Paige Volpone giving instructions out there. Ball's going to go long. Oh, and Molly's going to get it. Oh, and she's going to go right up with the layup, and it's going to drop. That's absolutely fantastic. Molly Kimball. Heads up play. Coach has got to call timeout. 13-7. And Watertown came in here, I think, thinking that they were going to win one because, you know, they beat them last time. They beat them a week ago. That's not what happens usually.
I mean, Triton's fired up tonight with their senior night. I mean, they have a decent crowd, or senior day, I guess. They have a decent crowd for it being 4 o'clock on a Sunday. They want to impress their fans. So.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. A lot of people here. I see a lot of grandparents in the crowd.
Yep.
A lot of parents in the crowd. A lot of brothers and sisters in the crowd. So it's pretty cool. We even have people that don't even have a player on the court who are out here. Of course, Matt Doring is here somewhere. At least I saw him at the beginning of the game. Triton Youth Basketball. He called the game with me the other night for the boys, which is enormous fun. So right now, Watertown's got only 2 offensive. Of these rebounds we're looking at, Mr. Dunham, 2 offensive rebounds, but 7 defensive rebounds. Meanwhile, Triton with 8 offensive rebounds. And I got to say, that's a record for this point in the game, and I feel like it's a record for maybe even some games in a total. So Triton is coming out ready to play tonight. It's fantastic. So on the court, the usual starting lineup, actually, for the Triton Vikings. Avery Karen in the center, Caitlin White, Paige Volpone playing down low in the wings. Maeve and Molly up top. Watertown looking to swing it. And they have that girl number 4 roaming around on the baseline. Here comes 24 on the baseline as well. But she cuts back out in traffic. Good shot. Good shot by number 12. That's Ortiz for Paige Volpone. Looked good when it went up. Good, another offensive rebound. Caitlin White with a 3, and that's going to be a little bit off. Molly's not going to dive. She would have knocked out one of the Triton Viking TV cameras if she had, so probably a good thing she didn't. Bella down there on the JV team working the camera for us. She didn't flinch. Maybe she knew Molly wasn't going to run into her. So Maeve, with an easy steal, just telegraphed all the way, brings it up the court. To steal, whether it was easy or not. Jamie Karen on the floor now. Inside move by Caitlin doesn't work. Oh, little behind the back almost kind of shot. And a jump ball. Triton ball. Jamie on for her sister. She had a phenomenal game against Linfield. Just a huge presence. I don't know the numbers, but I feel like she had probably the 2nd most points in the team that night. All the way out to Paige Volpone. Controls it. Gets a little screen from Molly. Oh, little nice move by. Oh, got to call a foul at some point, but I guess they're not gonna. Good pressure by Triton. They had a lot of offensive. They had a lot of chances on that last possession. Didn't go, and this time 1 step over the line, so it's going to be a 13-11 game now. As that ball sinks. Maeve trying to decide what to do with the ball. So he puts it into Caitlin. Caitlin in traffic has to pull it away. That's as brutal as a foul. I mean, as much of a foul as it gets. And there's another foul.
Oh, my God. Oh, my.
There's a lot of physical contact out there. And she's hit again, and they're going to call travel. And at some point, one of these referees has to see the arm on the hand on the arm and call something.
There was like 1, 2, 3 girls that fouled her right in a row.
That was not the best I've seen from the refs this season. If they had called a foul on that, it would have been crazy. Inside, nothing happens. Jamie with a great rip, gets it out to Paige. Molly settling it down, finds her teammate Maeve. Maeve looking to make a move. Gonna have to go with the ball somewhere. Goes to Caitlin. They're gonna call travel on that. It's a strange game so far.
It is. I didn't see the travel there.
Yeah. Timeout for Triton. So Maeve and Molly and Jamie's coach Steve Barandino in the house as well tonight. So it's a packed crowd here. That a little matinee action for the Triton Vikings is attracting a crowd. It's kind of nice. So should we do these senior night bios? Who do you want to do? Whose do you want to read? Caitlin's, Paige's, or Ava's?
I'll do Caitlin's, I guess.
Do Caitlin's. Why don't you read that out loud? Let's hear it.
All right, so we have Caitlin White up, so senior captain. She's not really sure exactly where she's going to school right now, but possibly Merrimack College. I know she really likes there. Her dad went there also. She's going to be majoring in business administration or sports management. She's planning on playing golf. I know there's not.
No kidding.
She wanted to do women's golf, which a lot of colleges around here don't offer that, I guess, yet. So Merrimack was one of the colleges that did have a women's
That's
golf
pretty
team.
cool.
Yeah.
All right.
And I think are all their sports Division 1 at Merrimack now, so I think that's
It could be, yeah.
Division
Yeah,
1.
so she could be playing, yeah. Mr. Gundram's telling us yes, so okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah.
Excellent. So at the next time out or the next break, we'll read her. So each of them were asked if they're going to college, where, what they're planning on studying, whether or not they plan to play sports in college, and then any other comments or someone you would like to thank. So we'll get Caitlin's thanks on the next break. Watertown now down by 2. About 4 minutes left in this first half. And Triton's defense has frustrated them tonight. When you figure all the times that Triton has had a chance to put up second chance shots because of offensive rebounds, you think about how few chances Watertown has had, and it really is on just some great defense by Triton. There's 2 girls wide open. Caitlin can't find them. It's too much pressure on her. She's got to go back out to Paige, and Jamie Karen called for the 3 seconds that time.
Check.
And that is frustrating that their offense stalled. I mean, it looked good for a little bit. Now we're dribbling to the corner, looking stalled. And both teams had 5 fouls each before the start of this quarter, and neither one of them has fouled yet. All the way up until 3 minutes left in the half. So we've gone 5 minutes at least, probably more, without a foul, which is kind of surprising. Certainly has been physical play.
Yeah, but, I mean, there's been multiple plays on both sides where if I was a ref, I'd be calling the foul. I mean, somebody's going to get hurt if they don't call something.
Now, would you ever ref?
I think I used to ref some of the youth
Little
games
kid
like
basketball,
for the
yeah.
3rd and 4th graders. I'm probably more confident reffing like soccer and stuff like that.
Doesn't quite move at the same. That's that inside look they got to be aware of. And that time they were. Good play by Caitlin to just be in the right spot to force that girl to take a bad shot. And now Molly with the ball, looking for some help before she comes across half court. Out to Caitlin. And they're picking up their dribble a little bit too much. Great play by Paige Levitt. She throws one up. No call, no rim. Watertown ball. So Triton has not scored in a while. I'm not sure how long it's been, but it feels like this has been stuck at 13-11 for quite some time. 4 is still dangerous underneath. You can see her open under there. And Paige has to basically, at some point, you have to call a foul. You got to be kidding me.
Oh my.
Paige had one hand because the other hand was hooked around her, and they're not actually. And they called that. They called that on Paige. They called that on Paige. That is.
That is crazy.
Impossible to understand. The referee handling the ball right now was right there as Paige had one arm hooked around behind her and was dribbling with one arm, and somehow that wasn't a foul.
And I think when she fell on the girl, she was tripped up
by the girl who had been fouling her. So that goes short. And Paige just got a technical, or number 2 got a technical. I'm not sure who got the technical, but somebody needs to have a seat. White 33 with the foul, but who's the technical on? Paige Walpone's going to come out. Leah D'Amico for Watertown is going to shoot. They're calling the foul, the technical foul on, we're going to find out right now, on Paige Walpone. And it's on, I got to admit, this frustrates me immensely. It's on that referee. That referee didn't call it when Paige's arm was hooked behind her and she was dribbling with one arm. And then she gets tripped and falls on a girl and they call a foul. And then that happens underneath and they call a foul. It's, at some point, these refs need to get a hold of this game. We just went from 5 fouls to 8 fouls like that. And it's been rough up and down the court.
And Paige is a very emotional player who, that happened to her and she's frustrated. So she's going back to the next play to try to make up for it. And yeah.
As they say, ball don't lie. Number 2 at the line. Of course, she was really fouled, so I won't dispute that. The technical was a bad call, though. She misses them both. But now she's going to be at the line shooting 2, I believe. Oh, now this girl's going to come up and shoot the technical. So the girl who was actually fouled missed both her shots. Now the girl who had nothing to do with the technical is going to be at the line with a chance to tie it up. And that looked short, and it was.
I think that was Paige Valpone's 3rd foul.
That's tough. And limited minutes, too, because she came out of the game right away. So she's frustrated. And Watertown misses all 4 fouls, but they get the ball back with a fresh shot clock. Paige Valpone out of the game, and Triton out of sorts because now they don't know what to do. How do you play aggressive, up-tempo defense when you just can't catch a break? And again, the score locked at 13-11 now for a long, long time. Inside to number 4. Kicks it back out. Maeve almost with the steal. That girl definitely walked.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened there, but there was finally the travel. So I guess the makeup on the walk turns into a travel. And Watertown, again, not pressing much at least. Molly with a chance to bring it up with just 1 defender on her. Ava Ford back in the game now. Again, she can shoot 3s if they can get her the ball and get her an open look. Maeve's going to look around. She's got her. She's got her now. Inside. All the way out to Molly. Molly can hit 3s too, and that looked good when it came off of her hand, didn't it? Maeve had to hold up and not put a lot of pressure on because she's already got a couple fouls. Watertown driving. It's going to be short. Molly Kimball with the rebound. She's going to drive. She's a lefty. She crosses over. She's going to go again. She's going to drive. You know she is, and I'm not sure how she was. If she was fouled, it doesn't drop, but at least she's going to the line. Chance to finally break this 13-point barrier we've been stuck on. Talk about an unlucky 13. When we go back and watch the game, I want to see how many minutes it's been 13-11 because it feels like 10 minutes worth of 13-11. It was, and I wrote it down, it was 9-7 at the end of the first. So Triton scored 4, Watertown scored 4, and we've been stuck there for a long time. Molly misses them both. Oh, and gets a rebound and pushes it off at number 2, I think. That's a great play by Molly. That's just heads-up hustle. That's awesome. 43 seconds left now. This game has gone by so fast after a crazy weird start. Maeve unable to rip it away, and then you're going to call they're going to call a jump ball. It took a long time to get around to a jump ball. It's going to be Triton ball. Watertown coach frustrated. Everybody's frustrated.
Yeah,
it's 13-11 with 40 seconds left in the first half. Everyone is frustrated right now.
There's so much physical contact.
That had to be a foul. There we go. And that's should be the 7th, hopefully. That'll put them at the line shooting a 1-on-1. Nope, it's only the 6th.
Aw, darn it.
They're too quick updating that. By the time I look over there, I wanted
it is 7.
It is a 7th. We're going 1-on-1. It's a 1-on-1. It's a 1-on-1. There we go. Caitlin at the line now. So at the half, we're going to talk to Robin Valpone, senior, the mother of a senior. We do have to ask her about the technical.
Yeah, I'll have to ask her about that. I think she'll disagree.
First one drops. She'll disagree with you, or she'll disagree with the ref?
With the ref.
All right. 15 in now. Number 2 coming out. So that's Leah D'Amico, who's had a rough game. I don't know how many points she has, but she's definitely been all over the court. She was the one that drew the technical. She's only got 3 points and 2 fouls. 2 baskets go in for Caitlin White. 4-point lead, just over 30 to play. In a defensive struggle and a very physical game so far in this first half. Molly with a steal, slows it down. A lot of pressure on her, and she should drive against that. She should draw another foul. Out to Maeve. There's no shot clock on now with only 15 seconds left. Maeve with a little runner. That's going to almost drop. And they have less than 10 seconds to get this ball up the court and get a shot off. 4-point lead. Going to drive around. She's going to throw one up. It's going to be short. Underneath, no foul. Underneath, no foul. Underneath, no shot. Beautiful. Triton Viking defense comes up huge at the end of that first half. And I don't, so they got 4 points. Watertown did, they must have got him in the first 2 minutes of that second quarter, because I didn't see anything for a long, long, long stretch. Absolutely incredible. So we got an on-the-floor interview right now. Looks like we're going to talk to maybe the coach before she's coming out. So we'll send it down there.
Okay, so how do you think your team did in the first half of the game?
I think we're playing well. We're intense. We're making them make mistakes. We seem to have energy. So right now it's a good game.
Okay, and what adjustments does your team need to make for the second half?
We need to settle just a little bit. We're in foul trouble. There are a few key players that are in foul trouble. So we just need to settle a little bit and run our offense. We're a little stationary out there. But if we do that and keep the pressure and the intensity, we'll be okay.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much. And so do you agree? Are they too stationary out there?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe put in I don't know how many offenses they have, but they need something that's going to get them moving around a little bit more. I feel like Caitlin White is getting the ball a lot, and she's getting stuck in the corner. She's stuck
Right.
on the baseline with underneath the hoop, nowhere to go.
Right.
More communication. There's not a lot of talking out there.
Would be good. And they're picking up their dribble, and oftentimes a player picks up their dribble because their teammates are not giving them something to do with the ball.
Yeah.
So when they feel that pressure on them and they don't see a teammate getting open, moving open, or something like that, then oftentimes that's when we got two fantastic. We have two parents of seniors coming up. We'll move over here, and we'll go one at a time here.
Should I give them my headset?
No, we'll do one at a time. I think
Okay.
that'll work. We got two headsets. Excellent. All right. So we have Robin Volpone, Joanna White up here to talk about their girls. They can't hear yet, so as soon as we can get them so that they can hear, we'll ask them lots of questions. We're going to ask them about, you can hear? Good. All right. All right, so we'll ask you a question first, and you don't have a mic. That's okay. The mic is coming over to you right now, so perfect. I guess the first question, Joanna, then your daughter's having a great season. Are you, how proud are you, I guess? That's the easiest question, right?
Yeah, no, I'm super proud of her. I feel like she's worked a lot over her 4 years here at Triton, and it's nice to see her having this success in her senior year.
It's fantastic. And the team's not having the kind of year that maybe they expected, but there have been some games where she's truly just lit it up. She's just been fantastic.
Yeah, I think she believes in team, so, she likes to try to make her own offense and create offense for her teammates as best she can. So that's kind of what she aims to do.
Right. Now, is this her absolute favorite sport? It isn't, right? Maybe.
Yes and no. I mean, she also plays golf for Triton, so,
right.
I don't know that she could pick a favorite.
And she's going to play golf in college. Is that the idea?
That is what we are hoping. Yeah,
that's fantastic. And it's Merrimack College?
I think it is going to be Merrimack College. That's the lead runner right now.
Okay, and that's a family school. There's a family connection there?
Yeah, my husband went to school there, and we actually got married on the campus.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Yeah. All right, good. So she's been going to that school she knows that school really well then.
Yeah.
Good for her. And then we know, we've talked to you before, Robin, because you've been here in the booth with us, which has been fantastic. And can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Woo.
Whoa. So I'll let you go first because I know what question you have for.
So what do you think about that technical foul that Paige was called for?
Well deserved. She needs to have a cooler head out there. She's got to play basketball. It's not football.
True.
So that's her mom being hard on her, but she does no good being on the bench. She needs to be on the floor. Yeah.
There was a little bit of field hockey out there, though.
Oh, it looked like flag football.
It did.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yes. I see she got frustrated earlier because she got banged up a little bit earlier, but, she's got to have a cooler head. She's a captain out there. She's got to act like a captain.
So she came out very early in the game. Was she still battling that shoulder injury?
No. We had a commitment for yesterday for over a month or so, and she couldn't make practice yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So
all right. So
she
she
had to sit a quarter.
But she still got the start, so that's good.
Senior night.
It's senior night. That's nice. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So you've both seen an excessive amount of girls basketball over the years, right? I mean, how many times have you been in this gym and in the Triton Youth basketball gyms and all that? Is there any moment that sort of stands out when you think back? These girls are no longer going to be playing in a high school gym. Is there any moment that stands out, whether it was 8th grade when they won the championship or some other thing that stands out for you?
the 8th grade was great. You would hate to see that be the pinnacle of their basketball career. That it didn't happen in basketball in high school, but it happened in 8th grade. But that win that they had against Ipswich was truly probably the best moment so far.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I think that Ipswich game was the most exciting game this year that I've seen for sure. And I really loved the way they played when we went up to Amesbury. They just played great. They didn't win that one, but it was a really exciting game, and I thought they played really, really good basketball.
It was fantastic. And maybe tonight will be as good as the Ipswich game. So, knock on wood.
Yeah, if they can keep their heads, keep cool and, just keep plugging away. It's looking good. It's a low-scoring game, so that's in our favor.
That's good for Triton.
Yes.
That's good for Triton. Other questions?
No, I can't think of anything right now. I was trying to think of stuff during the game, and my mind's blank right now, if I'm being honest.
It's nice there's 3 seniors tonight, and then we have, I think, only 2 girls that are juniors, 3 juniors. Oh, right, Anna, who may or may not come back next year, right? Yeah. And I have to ask this as a parent, how sad does it make you don't get to come to this gym like every not so sad?
This is the second out of her 3 senior nights, so I've been pretty good. I'm sure I'll be a little bit more emotional for her lacrosse senior night, but just because they leave doesn't mean we don't come back to the gym. So.
Yeah, I see some other coaches here. I see Steve Barandino here, the coach for the last year's 2 years ago 8th grade girls. So yeah, how about you? Are you missing?
Yeah, I wouldn't say sad's the right word. It's bittersweet. I love watching her play. I love her teammates. I love seeing them interact with each other. So I'll be missing that, but yeah, I won't be sad.
Yeah, I think our girls are ready for their next adventure.
Right.
And Triton's prepared them for that, and they're ready for their next adventure, and I can't wait to watch Paige's next adventure. So.
It's fantastic. And so Paige is playing field hockey lacrosse in the spring. Sorry.
Yes.
And then Caitlin, does she play
She doesn't play a spring sport, so her plan is to really get back on the golf course and work hard at the elements of her game that she can still work on.
Good for her.
Yeah.
What's her favorite course around here? Where does she like to play? Don't say Old Newbury, please.
I think she really likes that she has to go play courses she doesn't normally get to play, like going to Turner Hill and going to Ipswich Country Club. So those opportunities to see courses you don't normally just get to walk on to.
Nice. And is she the best in the family?
Golfer, yes. Now she's definitely the best golfer in the family for sure. She's beat her dad.
Okay.
She cannot outdrive her brother, but his is most likely going 300 yards into the woods.
Different
and hers is going to be on the fairway. So, yeah, she's the best golfer.
Is she the best basketball player in the family?
No, I'd have to give that one to her brother.
Her brother, okay. Older brother, younger brother?
Younger brother.
Okay. Excellent.
He looks like her older brother, though.
Yeah, everyone thinks he's. Yeah.
Oh, is he the really tall one?
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. And then is Paige the best basketball player in the family? I mean, I've seen Ben play. I know Ben's game.
Well,
he's
if
a
you're
good player.
including me, no.
No.
Nope. I roam these halls.
Oh, that's
this
fantastic.
Is my home,
so you were a better player than your daughter. You're saying that straight up.
Definitely.
Wow. Wow.
I
okay.
think I could even take her now.
Wow.
Bad knees and all.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
I definitely want to see that.
So
I feel like we need to do that.
okay, so next year,
happen.
in the Christmas tournament, she'll be home for Christmas from school.
Yes, she will.
We're going to get you out here, and we're going to have a Christmas tournament one-on-one.
All right.
A little showdown, a little alumni throwdown.
All right.
Fantastic.
I'm ready.
That's just stunning. Okay. All right.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I'm looking forward to it. Thanks. Anything else you want to share about your daughters before we head back into halftime?
I want to know where Emily Colby's going to school next year. Any decisions, Emily Colby?
I have no idea so far. I'm kind of going wherever's cheapest, I guess. So on that list is UMass Amherst, Clarkson University, and then, well, if I didn't have to worry about money, I'd be going to WPI, but that's like $70,000 a year without aid. So
Engineering.
Yep.
That's great. That's awesome.
Wherever you land's going to be lucky to have you.
Thank you, Mrs. White.
For sure.
Thank you so much.
All right.
This is fantastic.
Okay.
And you set yourself up, so
I'm ready.
I'm looking forward to
Bring
next
it on.
Christmas. Absolutely fantastic.
on.
Thank you both very much. So before we go into the next half, let's do the other 2 bios. Or actually, so since we're on it, let's do Caitlin White's who she thanks. We'll read that now, and then we'll do the other 2 as well.
All right, so from Caitlin White, she says, I would like to thank my family and friends for always supporting me through ups and downs. I would like to thank my teammates for their support and loyalty in providing me with a second family. I will never forget the bus rides, pasta parties, and pregame juice reruns. I will miss this team so much next year. And then she drew a heart at the end
Oh, that's
of it.
nice.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do Ava Ford because Ava and I called a few games last year, and Ava is just awesome. So she says college to Salem State to study media and communication, which is fantastic because she was awesome at doing this, and she'll be really, really good. So she writes, I'd like to thank my family and my friends. They mean the absolute world to me. I'd also like to thank my team. All these girls are like family to me, and I love them all so much. This sport has been a big part of my life, and I am just so glad I was able to play with the best team in the world. And the best team in the world has a 4-point lead going into this half, and let's hope they can keep it. First shot is short. Defensive rebound by Molly, but she gives it up to number 53, puts a shoulder into her. And the second half is starting as rough as the first half did. Paige Volpone back on the court. A little bit of pressure now from Watertown. See if they keep that up. Maeve with the crossover gets by, kicks it out to Molly. Molly should shoot that. Maeve's going to turn and shoot. That looked good, but it was a little bit long.
Yeah, hopefully Triton can generate a little bit more offense this half. I mean, they kind of spread the points pretty well for the last half. Caitlin White led with 5 points.
Oh, her foot was on the line. Yep,
Yeah.
Molly's going to grab that. Again, she's a lefty. She could just drive right down with it, but good defense. Good defense by Watertown to poke that ball away. Yeah, coming out in this half, Triton has to get more than 15. They need more than 30 to win this game. Good strong. Oh, that's a double dribble or travel. And she bounced it once the first time. So these first half stats, you want to do Triton, I'll do Watertown.
Yeah, so Triton spread the points pretty well for their offense. Caitlin White led with 5 points. Molly Kimball is right behind her with 4 points. And then Paige, Ava, and Maeve all had 2 each. And
yeah, it's good to see that there are lots of girls contributing now. They just need to contribute more. Ava on the floor playing some great defense out there. Ball's going to go inside. They don't have that girl inside, and Maeve just got knocked down. She's slow to get back up. It's a rough game inside. Not entirely sure what these refs are looking at. Here comes the pressure from Watertown. Caitlin White going to inbound it. Triton definitely was prepared for this. Going to go to Molly. She's going to dribble to the middle. Back to Caitlin. She's got Maeve. Doesn't go to work. Goes back to Molly instead. Plenty of time. Nice pass to Paige Volpone. And so they've got still 20 seconds on the clock. They don't need to rush. Molly with a long outside three. It's going to be a little bit short. Maeve with a rebound. Pass goes to Ava, and she steps on the line. It's going to be out of bounds. So in the first half for Watertown, they had 11 defensive rebounds and only 5 offensive rebounds, which is great for Triton for holding that number down. Leah D'Amico with 3 points. Ortiz with 2 points. Ellie Monahan, didn't notice that, but she got a point at the line. Annabella Beck with 2, and then Taylor Lambo with 3. So again, Watertown, like Triton, spread the scoring around. Great play by Caitlin White, and draws the foul on number 15. So when I called the game with Matt Doring, those frustration fouls, like the ball's taken from you and you immediately foul, he called those foofs, foul out of frustration. And he said when you called something goofy like that, then you can yell that out loud as a coach and the player will immediately stop being frustrated and be like, yeah, you're right, he's doing something goofy. Maeve's been guilty of that more than a few times. Maeve's going to drive, going to try and throw it in to Ava. It doesn't quite work, but they're going to tie it up, get a jump ball. Possession Triton.
How did Ava come out with it? She was reaching behind her somehow.
Because she's tough. Because it's senior night and she's playing out of her mind. That's awesome. Triton runs it to Molly. Molly almost falls over. Paige Volpone trying to decide what to do with it. Going to drive, going to get bodied and bumped. Going to get blocked. Caitlin White. 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Plenty of time.
Oh my gosh.
That has to be a foul in there somewhere. I'd like to know how this guy didn't see it, but that guy did. So foul on Brittany Kastoulis.
It's her first foul of the night.
Yeah, there haven't been a lot this whole game, really. I mean, I know Triton was in the bonus. Both teams were in the bonus at the end of the half, but not by much.
there definitely could have been more fouls called. Like both teams should have been in the double bonus.
I would agree. So first points of the half come from Caitlin. So we heard Maeve comes out. We heard the Triton coach talking in halftime about intensity and energy and making them make mistakes. I think that is the key to this second half. So in foul trouble now, D'Amico has 3, Maeve has 2, and Caitlin has 2. I thought Maeve has 3. Glad I had that wrong. So Watertown trying to drive, kicking it around to number 21. And they don't have that inside game they had the last time these two teams played. And it's definitely hurting them. Paige Valpone with a great rip. Going to take it herself. She's going to drive, go all the way down into the corner, and then find some help, I hope. Caitlin White, she loves that little scoop shot. Instead, she finds Avery Karen, and there it goes. A nice drop. Fantastic shot. That is her spot on the floor, which is no one else's spot on the floor. No shooters will tell you they like to be 4 feet inside the three-point line. But for whatever reason, Avery Karen shoots them there, and it goes.
It's Avery's first points of the night.
And probably the 5th or 6th Triton player to get a basket. And there's a turnover. Excellent defense by Triton, 19-11 now. They need to keep this intensity up, though, especially against the press.
Yeah, 6 Triton players have points tonight, which is really great to spread the points. I mean, they only don't even have, or they only have a few subs coming off the bench because of injuries.
Right, Emily Hoggart out tonight and Caitlin Frary out. Oh, nice play by Ava Ford to look inside to that. And you know she wants to go up, and she does. Good move, and it drops. So,
that was awesome.
Did you see the smile on her face coming down back on the floor? To her left. She made that move to her left. I don't think she's a lefty. Is she a lefty?
No, she's not.
Fantastic move. Playing great defense now. Almost gets tied up. Oh, they're going to call it on Molly. Yeah, it is a foul. When you come in on that double team, you got to go real clean at the ball. Fortunately, it's going to be, but it's only first foul of the half, and that's only Molly's first.
That's good.
This is what troubled them last time, is exactly that. Number 53, Taylor Lambo, had a huge game the last time they played doing exactly that. And there's a good long pass to Paige Valpone. Swings it out to Molly. And they can settle down now here at 21-13. Avery Karen going to dribble, drive, and she's going to travel. Yep, she fell down and she went with it. They got to keep this intensity up, though. And they can't let 53 just get her way into the paint. They got to keep a body on her all the time. Watertown taking a 3. Long. Oh, tough bounce and a tough call. Avery Karen's going to get called for that. 53 is going to go to the line. So it's our second foul on Avery Karen. We have our stats guy, as always, Mr. Gundram here with us, doing a phenomenal job. The crew tonight, we have Brenna and Robin and Riley and Bella. And Robin and Riley and Bella all played on the JV game. Bella's the one that didn't get run over by Molly Kimball early in the game. It's good. She's got the camera down on the Triton end. Riley Bell up here making choices at where the camera goes. And that one's going to drop, and that's the third point for Watertown in this half with 3 minutes left. Maeve back in the game. Back to Caitlin. They're taking their time. They got to make a good move here. Oh, great move. Avery with a chance to just go up. Great defense.
Oh, Avery.
And then there's a travel. It's a travel on Watertown.
I thought that was a foul there. She kind of grabbed her by the arm. And
this has not been the most cleanly refereed game.
Yeah.
Oh, ball's going to come out. Paige Valpone with it. A lot of pushing and shoving out there. And somehow they're going to call the walk on Molly. I wasn't looking at that spot on the floor at all. Did she really walk?
I didn't see that.
Who knows?
Yeah. It's like the third time tonight they've called a travel where I don't know if there was a travel there.
Inside, number 3, little runner, way too strong. Caitlin White with a chance to just bring it up fast, and she does. A lot of pressure on her. She dribbles into the corner and has to bounce it off one of the Watertown girls' legs. That is something they need to work on. Well, Caitlin doesn't because she's only got one game left after this, but the rest of the team not dribbling that ball into the corner. And I know you're going with your right hand. It's it's the easiest place to go. Maeve Heffernan takes it from about the the free throw line. Molly Kimball gets the rebound. Maeve a chance to go again. Doesn't. Instead gets called for a foul. Yeah. No, what are they calling? Yeah. White 5.
It's Maeve's third foul of the night.
Yeah. She's got to be able to stay in the game. They all need to be able to stay in the game. It's going to be rough, and you just got to hope that you don't get called for the foul when everyone's playing rough. Great defense. Going back inside. And that's got to be Triton ball. Yep, sure is. So Maeve's going to come out bleeding maybe a little bit. Wearing that brace on her left knee. And I'll be honest, you can see right here, I wrote down LK because there have been games where she plays with the brace on her left knee in the first half and the right knee in the second half. So I wanted to make sure that I knew which way it was going to go. So long throw doesn't go. It's going to be a turnover on Triton. 21-14 now. Good little inside move. Again, doesn't go. And Taylor Lambo strong inside. And that's got to be another jump ball. It's going to stay Watertown ball. Both coaches, there we go. I was about to say, both coaches content to let the game play. Finally, we get a timeout. I think this is a Triton timeout.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to rework something to use in the press break because they're trying to go long, and I know Caitlin White used to play football, so she has the arm to throw it, but it's not going to work every time.
And it's a Sunday afternoon game at the end of a long season, and you just don't have the same. It's not like coming out of the first couple games of the season where it's just everyone's tired. You can totally understand that. So number 53 has all the points in the third quarter, 6 of them. Or she has a total of 6, but she has all the points, all 3 of them in this first quarter for Watertown, and all of her points are in the paint. And that's what happened to them last time. But if they can contain her, then they can pull out this fourth quarter.
Yeah, she's getting those. Her teammates are taking the long shots, and they're not very good at them.
No.
And so she's getting the rebounds, and she's putting them back up, and she's strong. She's really tall, number 53. So Triton's got to put a body on her.
And keep putting a body on her because the fouls, who knows what's going to happen with the fouls. These refs are unpredictable at this point. So if they end up getting a lot of fouls and getting her at the line, that's what happens. Caitlin with 8 total points and 5 rebounds. And Watertown inbounding this ball. Sends it out. Oh, girl almost loses control of it. Going to drive. No, that is not a foul. Avery Karen probably getting her third. Oh, no, they're calling that on Caitlin, actually. And that's frustrating. She turned and the girl turned right into her and just threw her arms up. As they say, ball don't lie. Yeah, that was on Caitlin. It's Caitlin's third. So Maeve with 3, Caitlin with 3, Paige with either 2 or 3. 3. So like Coach said at halftime, they're in foul trouble. Caitlin driving now, bumped, drives all the way in, basically falls down and gets called for a travel. And she got bumped by at least 3 girls on the way, but they're letting them play.
Caitlin has that look on her face that she's angry.
Oh, and Paige Levick gets, Paige Levick got knocked over. It's why she took that extra step as she got bumped into. I'm not sure why they're.
Oh my gosh.
Come on. Every single thing inside. This is getting frustrating. Molly with probably her third foul. No, only her second foul. But Triton had 5 fouls already with 1:14 left to go. And Watertown at the line. It's been a frustrating game in that way. And frustrating for them. They can't hit their free throws. They'd actually probably be up by 10 if they had hit their free throws right now.
Yeah, this ref that is throwing the ball into the girl shooting, he doesn't call enough, but then the bald guy calls everything. Like, you get the total opposites.
Right. And so it just, oh.
Oh, gosh.
That's not over the back, but somehow it's on, somehow that's on Paige Volpone. Because the girl came over her back, that's her fourth. The girl comes over her back and Paige tries to back into her and box out.
Yeah. That's what we're taught to do,
Oh,
to
God.
keep pushing. I mean, she's not using her hands as long as you're using your body.
No. That ball goes in and out. Another rebound for Watertown. So after our first half where Triton really played much better under the boards, it's been a little bit of a different story in the second half. As Watertown's definitely been able to play a lot inside. That's going to be, shouldn't have been a three. Her foot was definitely on the line. Again, a lot of contact. Here comes Caitlin again. So Triton Viking feel like they haven't had an offensive possession in a while. Finally get the ball. They got to do something with it. And it's going to go off of Watertown. What?
Oh,
It went right off of the Watertown. You got to be kidding me. It went right off of her knee. We all saw it from right here.
He's also right. No, oh.
Yeah. They're going to call it. They're going to bring it back the other way. It absolutely went off of the girl's knee.
They need some instant
And
replay down there.
I could see that from, yeah. He's saying, okay, you were right. No, he wasn't.
What? Oh, my gosh.
Wow. Wow, this has been a really weird quarter. 30 seconds left roughly now on the game clock. 25 on the shot, and the girl almost turns it over to Molly. Number 2. They look inside. They don't have it. They go inside again, and that's definitely going to be a foul on Jamie. That's a great foul, though. You know, put her at the line. The way this Watertown team has shot, yeah, and it's only her first. The way this Watertown team has shot free throws.
That's not, yeah, that's true.
Put her at the line. But fouled her hard enough that she's not going to make the basket. That's the other part of it. $20 seconds now left on the clock. Watertown, that one's going to miss. So Watertown has a total of 3 points so far in this quarter. Triton with just 6. Neither team really shooting the lights out at all. And again, 53. And again, 53 is going to get somehow.
I'm actually just so
beyond frustrating that 53 is able to come over the back, grab a rebound, and then get called, and then get the benefit of a foul.
Exactly. She did come over the back, and then she turns around and.
That's just crazy. So Taylor Lambeau having the kind of game she had the last time these two played a week ago. This time she's at the line. She made the first, misses the second. Caitlin White with the ball now and 15 seconds left. They got to get down and take a shot. So Triton scored 6 and Watertown scored 4. And one of the Watertown dads is ripping his coat off, leaped out of his seat, is losing his mind, and is screaming at the refs. And I think the athletic director for Triton is walking over to there to say, hey, you know, let's have a seat. Yeah, and they're saying they got to get this guy out of control. This guy's got to get under control. The athletic director is going over to have a chat with him. Basically saying, hey, how you doing, pal? How you been? Take it easy. Molly at the line. That could have actually been a charge, though. I mean, I can see his point, but you can't scream like that. Molly misses the first. And actually, the athletic director told him to leave. So we haven't had a fan ejection in a while, but here we are at Triton on a Sunday afternoon in a really tight game. Molly hits the second, 7 seconds left on the clock, 22-15. Good drive, bad pass, no foul. And we're going to end that with a really weird end of the third, 22-15. So Watertown puts up 4. Triton puts up 7, extends the lead a bit, but it does not feel comfortable at all. It just does not feel comfortable. All right, let's do one last bio here before we end, because we have pages in this massive mess of papers I have here. So let's hear about Paige Volpone.
All right, so Paige Volpone is committed to UVA Wise. She's playing women's lacrosse there it's Division II. She's going to major in health sciences, and her thank you note says, "I would like to thank my family for all their support and helping me grow into the leader I am today. I would also not be here without all the amazing coaches I have had who have taught me to love all sports, and to my team who has made my senior year amazing with such a great family feel."
Yeah, she is like her mother said, she is a really intense competitor, and she really does need to be on the floor. It doesn't help to get her technical like that, but she's a leader, and you saw her come out in the second half. She hit that move on the left with her left hand. She put that basket in, and she was smiling all the way down the court. And that's what you want out of a team captain. So I do really want to see her and her mother play against each other, though. It'd be fantastic.
Paige brings her best five, her mom brings her best five, and it's a game. I'd pay to see that.
Oh, yeah, a little halftime. No, I think it should be 3-on-3. One end of the court. We don't need 5. Nobody wants to run up and down the court. Come on.
Yeah.
3-on-3, halftime of the tournament game at Christmas. Mm-hmm. There we go. So Watertown with a little bit more pressure up high. Molly not worried about it. Maeve not too worried about it. Maeve with a little crossover is going to run the lane, put it up and in, but it doesn't go. Good defensive pressure. That's that left-handed shot her coach Steve Barandino worked on her for a long time, but that time it didn't drop. 7-point game here as we get down to close to the 7-minute mark. Watertown with a lot of time, but they just haven't had a steady offense this entire game. And there's a turnover. Caitlin White with the ball, slowing it down, being smart. Picks up the pressure, picks up a dribble, finds Maeve. Maeve looking inside to Jamie. Jamie's got to get out of the paint. 3, yeah, she does enough. There she goes. Maeve working on number 3. Going to drive, kick it to Jamie. Jamie's going to drive herself all the way out to her sister, and her sister with the outside shot, and that drops. Fantastic. Awesome. Avery Karen with 4 points tonight, and they're 4 big points. They've come at big times during the game. That's the way to come out in this fourth quarter. Lambo with the ball. She's going to drive, look inside. Good defense, just throwing a shot up. And Jamie Karen again playing great defense again, getting no benefit from these refs.
It's Jamie's third foul.
Yeah, got to be her third.
Yeah.
So Triton way over the limit at this point.
Yeah.
But Watertown only at 3 fouls. So I don't see Watertown being able to, or Triton being able to get Watertown in foul trouble here. Not the way this has been going. And another free throw missed by Watertown.
So was the last time that Triton played Watertown, was it this physical?
Yeah,
was it this intense?
It was this intense. Okay. It was this physical. There were a couple warnings issued to both teams during the game.
Wow.
By the refs, just about the physicality of it.
It's interesting because it reminds me of like us playing Newburyport, that rivalry that we have. And
which is weird. There's no reason for it.
Yeah, where it's an out-of-conference game for both teams.
I think it's just because it has been so physical.
Yeah.
And that's part of that is just the refs letting them play, which can be good and bad. Maeve now taking a 3, and that looked good, but it was a little bit long. And she's not wearing the knee brace now. Who knows why? Lambo to number 2, looks inside to number 24. 24 tries to go to Lambo, and it's going to be a jump ball. Caitlin White helping Lambo up. Watertown ball. Lambo.
Oh my.
Lambo with a. Oh, great play by Maeve. Almost gets a steal, but forces the ball out of bounds. Lambo using her body. You got to give it to her. Taylor Lambo is and that's some of what we saw the last time these two played. That there was a lot of that.
Arms up, arms up.
And that was either a Euro step or a walk, one of the two. And that was a walk. And that's a 30-second violation. I wasn't watching that. Were you watching any of that? I didn't see that at all. We totally lost track of the shot clock, but great defense by Triton. Now they need to get some offense going.
The Watertown bench didn't even tell their teammates, like counting down to 5-4. There was nothing. There was silence.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing for us not to be paying attention because we're doing this. Oh, Avery Karen. Avery Karen lighting it up. 6 points tonight, and they're all huge. And they take a 10-point lead now with 5.5 left to play. And Triton's defense is clamped down. Here comes Lambo. Lambo inside, doesn't get it to go. No over the back. Avery Karen. Good block by Maeve, and they're going to call that a jump ball. It's going to be Triton ball.
Maeve said a clean pick right there. I don't think the girl was expecting it, though, and it was funny.
That was clean the way her brothers taught her how to set a clean pick is what that was. Timeout.
Did you see that?
No, I missed it.
The girl just kicked Maeve in the back of the leg. Like, I don't know which one it was, but she just went like this, and Maeve was like...
This is some good physical... So, I'll tell you, Maeve has been refereeing the little kid basketball, third and fourth graders, and she said one thing that I never thought about before, and so I'm curious to hear what you think, especially since you reffed little kid basketball too. So she was saying when it's the girls, the Triton Youth girls coaches get upset when it's very physical play, but when it's the boys, the Triton Youth boys coaches don't get upset. And for Maeve, she said she wants the girls to play physical like they are doing here. She wants the girls at third and fourth grade to know it's a physical game.
Yeah.
And so her attitude towards those coaches is it's a physical game. It's how we play it at the varsity level. So is that, I mean, you agree?
I agree, definitely.
So Molly with 5, Caitlin with 7, Avery with 6, and Paige with 4. Paige Volpone with 4, yep.
Yeah, I mean, I think teaching them at the youth level that sports aren't all fun. Well, I mean,
it's fun.
Yeah, it's fun, but also it's going to get physical. So what happens when they get to middle school and suddenly you're playing other teams such as Watertown who are aggressive and you're like, what the heck? I'm not used to this.
Right. Right, and better they should learn early. Ooh, that was almost a walk, but it was definitely a block. Good play by Lambo. Maeve needed to either go stronger or not do anything with that. And then there's a block by Molly, and it's called a foul, and that's going to be at least her third, hopefully not her fourth. And again, that's her third, and again, Watertown gets bailed out on what looked like a clean block. Looked like it from here. 10-point lead, 5 minutes to play. And on that last possession, Triton had the ball and had a chance to go inside. Maeve just hesitated a little bit too much, and Lambo is big. So she's going to make that block 9 times out of 10. One of the first free throws for Watertown tonight that sinks. And the second one misses. Lambo with another big move, and she's going to put that in. They've got to find a way to stop her. They got to win this game by stopping Lambo. Out to Avery. Avery to Molly. Molly smartly brings it right back to the center, over to Maeve. Maeve controls it. She's looking inside to Jamie, and she gets fouled. Number 3 with the body. That's the 4th foul for Watertown.
Is that number 3 on the foul?
It was number 3 with the foul,
That's
yep.
her second foul tonight.
Yeah, nobody can possibly be in foul trouble on that team at this point. Not the way they've been calling it. She's got Jamie. Instead, she goes inside and finds Molly, and Molly gets run over by number 53, who then gets run over herself, and they're calling it a jump ball. Blows exchanged in either direction, and they decide to make it a jump ball instead. So, okay. That's actually a good foul by Caitlin. It's her 4th. That's what they need to stop, though, because that little play where they kick it out and then the girl makes the move inside, that's going to be trouble for them. And so that's D'Amico has 3 fouls, number 2. So that's the only one in foul trouble for Watertown, though. And Caitlin White with another foul, possibly her 4th.
She's got to be careful.
Yeah, she's
now.
at 4 now.
Yeah, there's 4.5 minutes left.
To play. It's a lot of time. They need her mostly. Well, they need her for her scoring. They also need her for her ball handling skills. And this game is now down to a 6-point lead for Triton after it was up to 10 just a couple minutes ago. And now it's down to a 5-point lead. So Triton, just like in the Ipswich game, is feeling a little bit of pressure. And Maeve just gets knocked down by number 2. Nothing called. Again, these referees are missing an awful lot of contact out there. Over to Jamie. Jamie's got it over half court. in control to her sister. Her sister got hit, and they're going to call it on the floor before the shot. Number 3, her second foul in the last minute, and her third foul of the game. Triton's got to be able to break the press, and they need to be able to stop the shooting in the inside. They need to close down that paint. Caitlin White looking to do something. At that point, you almost want it. Yep. It's going to be Triton ball. So one thing Caitlin doesn't need to know. She's got 1 game left. Molly needs to do it too. When you have the ball over there like that, and a girl's on top of you like that, shoot.
Yeah.
Like, just try and put up that shot. It's ugly, but do it. Off Jamie's hands. Caitlin's there, though. Gets the rebound. Looking inside. Finds Jamie. Jamie's got the moves, and she's absolutely fouled by number 53. No call. And now they're going to call her they're going to call Jamie with a foul. You got to be kidding me.
Oh, my gosh.
That's almost criminal. I cannot believe how bad a call that is. That's Jamie Karen's 4th foul.
I'm actually shocked.
She got clubbed by 53. And 53, who was actually a decent free throw shooter, is going to go to the line. So it's a 5-point game now. And this is really a war of attrition against both Watertown and the refs. Yeah, the MIA gets to watch these broadcasts if they want.
Yeah, they might want to check out their refs a little bit.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what happened in there with, Jamie absolutely, it's been happening underneath where they're getting the Watertown's getting that call. Jamie takes the same shot. You don't call it. Triton now needs to get a good clean possession here. They haven't scored a basket in a little while.
Oh, that's
at some point you got to call. Caitlin White drives, can't get it to go.
Don't foul, Caitlin.
Can't have that frustration foul at this point. 21. Not sure how she Euro stepped around her, but she did, and now it's a 2-point game with 3 minutes left. So a lot of time left here, and Triton needs to settle down and score some baskets. Caitlin White back to Molly. Molly's going to drive right by, going to go right to the basket. And again, a ton of contact, and again, the referee with hair doesn't see it. And here comes Watertown in the other direction, and they're going to call that. And I realize there's been a technical on Triton already tonight, but I'm amazed that Dawn Anderson hasn't lost her. That's a 4th foul on Caitlin. I don't understand how Dawn Anderson hasn't lost her mind on these refs.
I think, so Jamie Karen has 4 fouls, Molly Kimball has 4 fouls, Caitlin White
has 4 fouls. I think Maeve has, if not 3, maybe 4. And our favorite dad is coming back here, I guess to have a chat. Maybe he's coming back to apologize because the refs have been so bad that he wants his seat back. He's like, you know what? These refs aren't so bad for us. So, crazy. All right, Triton is going to put in Avery Karen, Molly Kimball, Caitlin White, Paige Volpone, and Maeve Heffernan. So this is a starting 5 with 3 minutes left and a 2-point lead. And I lost the thread. They have the ball. No. Who has the ball? I can't remember what happened at the end of this.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just so distracted by other things other than the game right now.
Absolutely so much going on all at once. We've sort of lost track of what's happening. I'm not sure who's got the possession. Oh, it might be it's a shooting foul down on the Watertown end. So number 3 is going to go to the line for Watertown. This is Brittany Katsoulis, senior guard. She has 0 points tonight. Chance to tie the game up here, though. Not that Watertown has had many good free throws. Very few that have fallen in, but she's at the line. And the ref talking to 53, and I'm not sure what he would have been saying to her, other than we're not going to call all these fouls.
Yeah.
The rest of the night. I don't know. Up and short.
Air ball.
So Triton needs to box out. So Paige Volpone now on 53, and that's what's to watch if this ball at least hits the rim, to see what happens in this battle down low. Girl gets around. It doesn't matter because it sinks. Caitlin White for the inbound. And she's going to go long. It's going to be too long. Nope. Paige Volpone, a great little grab. Fantastic. Take your time now. Let's get a good clean shot. Oh. At some point,
That's a foul.
at some point, the girl is coming over her back with such consistency, and somehow that's going to be Watertown ball. Or no, Triton ball.
I think I want to file my own complaint about these refs.
So number 2 seems to be face guarding Molly. It looks like they're not only are they in a man-to-man, but it looks like they may be told. And it's going to go up and not quite drop. A good play by Avery Karen. Just grab that ball and throw it up. But Watertown's defense may have adjusted to say they just need to shut down Molly in this game, which would be interesting. That's only the first foul. Well, that's not surprising. Only the 6th foul of the half on Watertown. Avery at the line.
Are we doing any post-game interviews today or no?
Avery knocks it down. You know, I was thinking that we should ask the seniors, but this game is so tight, so close. I mean, if it had been a blowout in either direction, that might have been fun, but I think they want to probably go celebrate with their parents, and no, that's shooter violation. Yep. They're probably going to want to either celebrate with their team or commiserate with their parents, one of the two. So Avery has all the points, 5 points in this 4th quarter, all of them from Avery Karen. She's having a good night. She's having a great night. One of the better games I've seen her play, I would say. 2-point game, 2.5 left. 3's going to drive, Euro step, not going to drop. Avery Karen with a board. And how about a foul? How about once in a while 53 gets called for a foul, for a reach? Once in a while. Unbelievable.
That's
Timeout
crazy.
Watertown. So it'll be Triton's ball on the next jump ball, and I'm sure we can see at least one more in the next 2:41. But this team, it's amazing how this team has fought so hard in some of these games. Again, the Amesbury game was really an eye-opener for this team for how well they could play. And then to come out against Ipswich in that game and just, you were here for that, it was fantastic. And then again, Friday night at Linfield, they played really, really well. So, I mean, if they can pull out this win here, just a 2-point lead with 2:41 left, this is tight and this is crazy. And it looks like it's going to be the same 5 out there. I think they have Jamie off the court because she already has 4 fouls, but Avery Karen probably with at least 3. So Triton has 6 players with points and 8 players with rebounds, and they're going to need a lot more. They're going to need all of these 5 girls to get some points here to win this game. So in foul trouble, it is definitely Caitlin White with 4, Maeve with 3, and Jamie Karen, who's on the bench, with 4.
And then Molly with 4 too, I believe.
And Molly has either 3 or 4. And Paige Volpone has 4. So
Oh my gosh.
Triton in a lot of foul trouble right now with 2.5 minutes left to play. And they're going to go to 53. He's going to drive on Maeve. She's going to put it up and in. She's too good. You simply cannot let her have that inside. She's a good player when she wants to be there. Going to go to Molly. Molly up to Avery. Avery not quite able to slow it down. It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to be Triton ball. Made to inbound.
This is reminding me of the Ipswich game again, the intensity.
Yeah, it's a tie game now. It hasn't been a tie game since we started at 0-0. Oh, and Caitlin off her foot. That's going to be a jump ball as well, and that's going to go to Watertown. So unfortunate play there for Triton. That's a possession they really couldn't afford to give up. So it was about this time during the Ipswich game when Ipswich tied it and then took a lead. So let's see if Triton can pull out some more magic. First chance for for Watertown to get a lead in this game. Swings it out. It's going to take a 3. That'll be the first 3 I think they make. Maeve with a rebound. Pressure on her. It's going to go to Paige Volpone. Watertown backs off. 2-minute mark now. Molly with a chance to drive. Kicks it instead to Avery. Avery with a shot. A little too high. Maeve's got to be careful she doesn't foul there, and she doesn't. Good pressure. And that's going to be a turnover, it looks like, and it is. No, it isn't. Somehow the ball stays in bounds. That's a travel. That's a walk. That's an absolute walk.
Thank you.
So the parents didn't go crazy, which makes me think that she probably didn't step out of bounds for that. But they're screaming now. I'm not sure about what, other than to watch out for Paige Volpone. Into Maeve. Minute 43. Minute 43, tie ball game. Good pass to Molly. Molly scoops it up. She's going to drive. This is what she did the last time. Goes to Avery. Avery with a good shot. Doesn't go. Maeve is fighting with 53, and she's going to get called for the foul after she gets slammed to the ground. And this ref is somehow going to call that foul on Maeve.
Are you serious?
No, it wasn't Maeve. It wasn't White 5 grabbing the arm. It was 53. Come on.
But what about the slam? They slammed her on the ground at the end. It was number 53.
Ugly, ugly, ugly physical game. Maeve's got to come out. She's probably wishing she was still wearing that knee brace at this point because she's limping on the left knee. And these referees have been, well, like we said, the MIA needs to have a chat because this has been, I know we're cheering for one team here, but this has really been bad.
Yeah.
I don't know how many fouls Triton has in this half, but to see that Watertown only has 6, you got to wonder. And so the first lead of the game now for Watertown with 1:30 left on a good shot by 53, but she shouldn't be at the line right now. And she misses one, makes one. Caitlin White with the ball now. 1-point game.
That is literally a foul.
At some point, they got to call something. Jamie goes up and nothing, absolutely nothing. And I'm not entirely sure how the same referee, and that was a walk right there. She picked up her foot. Unbelievable what's happening here. And that's going to not drop. And they're going to call jump ball again.
This is horrendous.
This is just, all right, it's a 1-point game though with a minute left. Triton's got to find some offense here. They've only had 5 points in this entire quarter. So they need to do something. Molly Kimball getting face guarded and can't get by number 21 who's on her. Paige Volpone with a good drive. She's going to go all the way up with it. And she's going to get fouled. She's going to go to the line with a chance to take the lead back for Triton with 51 seconds left. So Jamie and Avery, the sisters on the court. Molly Kimball, Caitlin White, Paige Volpone at the line. Chance to tie it. That looked a little strong, but it drops. Tie ball game now with 51 seconds left. Triton's going to need to get some breaks here because this game has hasn't given them any breaks at all. Good shot, and it drops, and there's the lead, 29-28. Triton's defense has got to come up huge right here. They can't, they can foul. It doesn't really matter. You can't really tell what's happening in terms of the fouls anyway. They just need to not let 53 have that interior shot. She's right there for it. And there's three Triton girls on, and they're going to call travel. The Triton girls were fighting over the ball themselves.
That's a taste of their own medicine for Watertown there.
No. They called the travel on
Triton?
They called the travel on Triton.
Oh.
Because 3 Triton girls had the ball.
So they were all ripping it from each other. I thought they called it on Watertown.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a taste of their own medicine, but.
So Paige Volpone getting an explanation from the ref. 34 seconds left. 14 only on the shot clock. So what Watertown does really well is they set up with number 53 high, like midway around the free throw line, and then the other girls are all down low, and then the other girls are going to burst out towards the 3-point line, and 53 is going to come in and just put her body on somebody, and they're going to get her the ball, and she's going to shoot. That's what they've done again and again and again on the inbounds plays. I don't know why they wouldn't set up for that. The only change they might do is to have somebody set a pick so that 53 isn't coming down and just trying to put her body on her. But if I'm the Watertown coach, I'm putting the ball in 53's hands in the paint and let her go up. The way these refs are calling it, if she doesn't make the basket, she's going to get to the line. And she's been the only one that can hit a free throw tonight for Watertown. And Triton's just got to body up. 53 has 13 of the 28 points for Watertown. And the coach is telling Paige Volpone, when Triton gets the ball, they need to call timeout right away. So fresh 30 on the shot clock after that jump ball. And here comes 53 down low, and that's exactly what she does. But they don't get it to her, and that ball is going to go. And Molly's quick. Molly's got it. Molly's with a chance to put it up. And there's the foul. Molly going to the line.
Oh, my gosh. It's awesome.
So number 24 for Watertown just couldn't quite get to the ball fast enough. And that's only her second foul. Annabella Beck, one of the starters tonight for Watertown. And Molly outraces her for the ball, and now she's at the line with a chance to put in a couple free throws. And the first one's a little bit too strong. And basically, Watertown's going to get the ball back after this. Either down 1 or down 2 with no really time left in the shot clock. So, 2-point game, 31 seconds to go. And here comes Watertown. They got to shoot, but they don't have to shoot right away. And they're only down by 2, so they take a timeout. So I think you do the same thing if you're Watertown. You work the ball around on the outside for a little bit, and you try and find 53 low and get her the ball and let her at least shoot and possibly go to the line. Because they haven't hit. I don't think they have a three-pointer tonight. If they have one, I'd be surprised.
All of their three, like the shots they're taking that they're aiming for the three is going right into the hands of 53 because they're air balls almost every time.
So that's their own version of a pass.
Yeah, I guess it's working for them. I mean,
it is working from them. I don't think either team has. Yep, neither team has a three-pointer tonight, which is a little surprising. I mean, Triton's gotten threes out of Ava Ford, out of Paige, not Paige Levitt, Molly Kimball over the course of the season. Caitlin Frary, who's out, is also a three-point shooter. Maeve Heffernan on the bench with ice on her knee that she took the brace off of, but I think that's from getting slammed to the ground. So Triton putting in Paige, Avery, Caitlin, Molly, and Jamie. It's going to be a side inbounds for Watertown, and they're definitely going to look to try and go to 53 somewhere in the paint. And they're looking a little confused. 3 inbounds it. 25 seconds left on this clock. And it's going to be into number 53. And they're going to call that, and that's a terrible call. You can't possibly. She absolutely did not lower her arms into her. That is just unconscionably bad.
I think that's. Oh, Maeve's going to go back in. Is that Caitlin?
It might be Caitlin's
No,
5th. That's her
no.
5th. So Caitlin White comes out, and she can't believe it, and I can't either, because she did exactly what you're supposed to do. She did not move her arms down. She stood there. And again, when the MIA goes back and watches this, say that was just not a good call. And the ball don't lie, so the first one misses.
I honestly thought that was going to be called on Jamie because I saw
it
only
looked
Jamie.
It looked a little bit more on the body from Jamie, but certainly it wasn't. She certainly didn't lower her arms. Caitlin didn't onto her. So the second one hits, and so now we're at a 1-point game with 20 seconds left. Timeout for Triton. So Triton's got to design a inbounds play here.
They just have to hold the ball. I mean, there's no shot. The shot clock is turned off.
And you don't have to get it across half court. So the things that they can't do, they can't dribble it into either corner over there. They can't dribble it across half court and stop.
Yeah.
They can't dribble it into the sideline. And honestly, if I'm Watertown, I give them 10 seconds and I foul. I mean, 10 seconds and then put them at the line and give your team a chance to at least tie it up with a 3. With 10 seconds left in the game. But if you're Triton, you got to. I don't know. Not sure who's going to inbound this ball. But once you get that ball in bounds, you just cannot dribble it to the sideline and into trouble. And you definitely can't dribble it just across half court and then pick up your dribble, because that's where you're going to get in trouble.
Police officer is in the building.
Oh. This game has had it all.
Yeah.
He could be arresting the refs.
Yeah.
It's entirely possible. This game is broadcast live. The MIA might be, hey, cuff him up.
Or that crazy parent.
Yeah, I think it's more likely the crazy parent than the refs. All right, so here we go. Jamie Karen, Avery Karen, Molly Kimball, Maeve Heffernan, and Paige Volpone in the game. It gets into Molly. Oh, and Molly double dribbles because she's being grabbed pretty heavily by 53. Again, Taylor Ambo having a great game. Good for her. Watertown calls timeout.
Oh my gosh.
I think Molly's frustrated because that ball got. And Paige Volpone is saying she's getting hooked. She's getting pulled on the arm. You got to call something.
Yeah, well, Molly had the ball, and then the girl kind of grabbed at her, so there was a scuffle, so she just assumed that she could have continued her dribble. But
so 17 seconds. If you're Triton, it is tempting to foul early, and just foul anybody other than 53, because they haven't shot that well from the line. If they get lucky and they hit them both, it's only a 1-point game, and you're going to have 15 seconds or so to get the ball up the court.
Yeah,
and make a game winner.
Chances are, like, Watertown will foul them and we'll go to the line. So.
And their Watertown again is absolutely going to do the same thing. It's going to be number 53 is going to set a screen, and then she's going to come inside and body up on somebody and look for the ball and chuck it up.
Is it coming off the sideline or is
No, I think it's going to be underneath.
Oh no, it's not good.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be underneath. For some reason on that side as opposed to the other side where Molly was, but in any case, yep, 53 is up top at the free throw line. She's going to come down and she's going to body up either Avery or Jamie and look for that ball. And she's there, and she's going to drop it in. That's no surprise. It's exactly what we knew they were going to do. And they don't have enough time to get this ball in because the clock doesn't stop. They only have 8 seconds left.
Come on.
They got to get it up the court. Avery Carrot driving, 4 left. She throws it up. Oh, my God, that looked good. Paige Volpone, no call. Nothing happens on the court. And Triton's going to lose this game by 1 in an absolutely criminal finish. Good for Watertown. Taylor Ambo hits a shot she needed to shoot. She had a great second half. Good for Taylor Ambo on Watertown, but absolutely devastating for Triton. Paige Volpone with 6, Caitlin with 7, and Ava with 2 on their senior night. A lot of rebounds for Caitlin White, 4 on each side of the ball, and really just a disappointing loss and really a hard one to understand, to be totally honest.
That one hurts.
That one hurts a lot. And credit to Watertown. They did exactly what we knew they were going to do. They were going to put the ball in 53's hands. They were going to put her in the lane. And unfortunately, trying not able to put a body on her and keep her out. But just devastating to lose like that by 1. Triton had that big lead for so long. They came out in the second half. They had a 10-point lead at one point. And just, on the other hand, Watertown had so many free throws they missed. This game could have gone in a very different direction.
Yeah. Of course, I mean, both teams can't really control, but the refs played a kind of a big part in the game today.
No, I think the refs played a huge part in this game, and I hate to blame the refs. I hate that.
Yeah, I hate that too.
I hate
really
it.
Do, yeah.
On the other hand, what we saw tonight was really, really tough. Really hard to explain. Mm-hmm. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate senior night ends like that. It's unfortunate the home season for Viking girls is going to end like that. We got one more game for the Viking boys on Thursday, and then we'll be done. And then we're on to softball. Maybe hockey, who knows. So thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for calling these games this season.
No problem. I love doing it.
It's been fantastic. You got to keep it up when you get to school.
Yeah, yep.
Why not?
Let's see.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you so much, and we're out.